It's beginning of April in Ukraine and we are preparing for Easter. 40 days before Easter we are fasting. This video is about what fasting is like in Ukraine and why it's important for us. It's nice to watch Ukrainians and try it for myself. First of all, so it's 40 days before Easter. It's like Jesus being in desert for 40 days, searching God. So this is what we are doing now. It's very serious. And how does it look? It looks like this. We should not be eating meat. We should not be listening to music and no alcohol. It's not about actually if you eat meat or not, if you listen to music or not. It's about quieting down and building your inner self and building your connection with God. For me, I did not do this for many years and I'm now slowly being introduced to it. I'm being heavily influenced by my surrounding. You know, there's a religious awakening in Western Ukraine. A lot of youth are now searching God. I fell into that stream and it's a nice experience. So people don't usually talk about fasting because it's hard and you're not supposed to talk about it. According to Bible, you're supposed to put oil on your face and look happy and don't admit that you're fasting. You change your diet, and then also first and last week when you go to your prayers in church. I went last year, now it's quarantine and we are not going to do this, but you go bow down, like you get on your knees and you bow down and you repeat this for like hundreds of times, and this is the spirit of repentance. So this is what we do, and it's nice to see like a church full of people and everyone doing that. It really straightens the spirit. For me specifically, I am really heavily influenced by people around me. I'm very careful about who gets in my inner circle. And a lot of my friends, they are like refusing alcohol, for example, or giving up something for maybe for their family. Maybe there's a family member who's alcoholic, or maybe there's a guy they like and they just want him to straighten up. So for him, they refuse, or they do like prayers every day for like a year. So that's very powerful. Actually, in the Bible, fasting, prayer and fasting, it's really powerful. It enables you to fight the spiritual battle. And so also in Judaism, you have fasting. Before, when the war started and we realized that our brothers and our husbands are being sent to war, I saw women fasting and the churches were full. And like I was in Marshrutka and I heard them talk about how they are fasting, talk to each other because they are sending their husbands and their dear ones to war. So yeah, there's a religious revival in Western Ukraine, especially among the young people, and also volunteering through church is very widespread in Ukraine. There are multiple volunteering projects supporting families that are on the verge of breaking down and giving their children to orphanages, going to geriatric homes, serving the prisons. Through volunteers, through church, or through priests themselves, we do this. Personally, the best I like to be in the kitchen, but the problem is that I eat the food. I eat food in the kitchen. So for me personally, this Eastern fasting, I slowly get introduced. I rebel against it. I say to myself, it's impossible. I don't have time to cook. I don't know what fish to buy. Ukraine does not really have good fish. But I look around, I look at other people, and after a week I get into it, and the Easter starts and I'm still into it, and so it's slowly getting immersed and slowly getting out. For Easter we have, pysanka, paska, we have this meat table. It's nice to have family at the table and celebrate this holiday together. We just now had one of the biggest holidays in Ukraine, Easter. It's a very important holiday for us. It's a very family-oriented holiday. Before Easter, we prepare Easter baskets with selected items that are traditionally put in a basket, like meat, pysanka, decorated eggs, paska, sweet Easter bread with raisins, also some butter, butter and other things. We get it blessed in church and then we eat it at home at the family table. Because of the COVID virus, our church is making adjustments to make sure there are not more than 10 people outside. So what's happening before Easter, we bless our baskets with paska and Eastern eggs, pysanka. So church will do it for 10 people, and the rest priest will just go from house to house to bless the food. So this is a quiet time for us. It's a quarantine, and we are changing a lot, but it's a good time to read something and to get reconnected with God. Fasting in Ukraine is a little bit of a burden on a woman because she has to change the menu. In the kitchen we have special meals and salads that we prepare before for fasting. So should be no fat, no meat. There's also changes in the economy because you understand that, for example, people purchase more fish than meat. They change the diet. And also, like, weddings and parties, they happened after Easter, after Christmas. So before that there should be no social dancing, no parties. Also there's a conflict. Before Christmas, church did not move the date to the west. According to the West, Christmas is still in January, but the commercial sector is driving the push to move the date, which means they are playing the music in trolley buses, music in shopping centers, jingle bells are playing in December, even though our Christmas is in January, and before that we should be quieting down and really watching ourselves, watching our diet, and we are not celebrating, we are not partying. And the problem was that also restaurants are offering deals like meat, food, so that's like a clash between commercial sector and Ukrainians. This year, why it's so special is because you will not go to church. You will not see how Ukrainian Christians practice, how they prepare for Easter. Now we don't have to go to church, and maybe we realize that maybe our life routine will change and we'll stop going. It's a challenge for us, this COVID-19 virus, because we can think for ourselves if what we are doing, if this is just a motion, if this is just a tradition, or if this is seriously us serving God and us looking for God. So people can just really rethink what we are doing in life and make our life real and not just traditional, because Ukrainians are very traditional, and I'm afraid that blessing the baskets, blessing paska, the pysanki, maybe it's just honoring their grandparents, honoring the tradition, but it's important for us to understand and to understand God and to understand why Jesus rose from the dead and how He's present in our lives now. So thank you for watching this video. I made this now because otherwise I will not make it, because after fasting is over, who talks about it? And I wish you a nice quarantine in your country. I wish you to find that inner strength and reconnect with God, with Jesus, and to find that He is your main support and He's your doctor, and He will take care of you.